go. Yo everyone, what's up? Welcome back. Jamie here today with Dylan. AEW Dynamite February 22nd, 2023. 2 weeks away from the pay-per-view, but from this match card you won't be able to tell because where's the build? Where is the build? I don't know where the build is.
I don't know where the build is. Maybe it's up someone's nose.
How much did it charge in America? Is it $60 for pay-per-views? It is, isn't it?
No, it can't be. They charge 15 over here.
Yeah, £15. I think it's $60 or some $40 at least, but still, come on.
No, like 20.
I'm gonna Google that right now because I'm just thinking like, who's gonna buy this pay-per-view?
There's a conversion rate there because who's paying 60? I wouldn't pay 60 for WrestleMania. I'm sorry. I know it's 2 nights, but like, unless I'm getting like, fucking hot meal along with it. Damn it. Let's try not to swear.
Well. It don't really matter. I'm trying to fucking there we go. I swear.
There we go.
We don't have to matter about it anymore. I can't find a price. I paid to buy. I want to buy the thing. I don't really, but
buy now. Buy now. 1 minute.
Well, tickets start at $29 if that says anything.
What is it? Revolution.
Revolution,
yeah. Pay-per-view price. You seen it live. 50, right?
50.
About $50.
Jeez, yeah, this is gonna be the lowest pay-per-view, but no doubt about it, man. No doubt about it.
Where are they getting that price from? £16 over here.
Yeah,
£16 over here.
I'm surprised. I bet people use VPNs, don't they? And just buy it from the UK because that'd be much cheaper, wouldn't it? Even when you £16 into dollars is not 50, is it? So
Canadians 50. Euros is nearly 20.
Christ.
Australians 30. New Zealand's like over 30. Get out. Apparently it's 300 Mexican pesos or Mexican dollars, whatever that conversion rate is. Get out. Brazil's like $100 dollars in their currency.
It's crazy.
Oh.
But yeah, tonight's match card. Let's just start with the announcement. Tony Khan has an important announcement. He always does this when the ratings go low, and they're on an all-time low right now. So
I've told you, it's not an announcement. It's him.
Throw some ideas out. What's it going to be?
It's not an announcement. It's him and his woman. That was bugging me. It was him. He's coming out hand and knees. He's saying, "Please, Punk, please return. I need you. Come back. I'll do anything." Kenny, Young Bucks, gone. Trios tag belts, stupid idea. Gone. FTR signed in a heartbeat. Just come back. Come back, please. I'll even name a pay-per-view after you. Call it something. Come on, please. Give me a sign. Send me a text.
I'm hoping it's CM Punk's return, but
why would he announce it?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Why would he announce it?
But I am. Like, if they would do it, it'd be at Chicago. It'd be. They do it again and they get away with it.
Unless there is a way to do it, because like, when's the last time we've seen Tony actually on TV? Every other time he's had his announcements, he has the announcers do it, doesn't he? Like the trios belts being stripped and all that. It was the announcers. Oh no, he did that. Yeah, that was on video, wasn't it? That was the last time. Yeah, in August.
Yeah, you're not counting Jay Briscoe's tribute.
No, I'm counting just AEW Dynamite. But I mean, like, he could, like, this is the way to hype it up, and then as soon as the show starts, CM Punk's music hits, and they're like, oh, this is the announcement, Punk's back. You know what I mean? It doesn't necessarily have to be Tony Khan coming out and,
I don't know. He said Tony Khan's going to be making an announcement. I assume he's going to come out and say something. And I'm betting it's going to be about, the new trademark that we were talking about.
Yeah, the AEW Collision, which could be a pay-per-view, or I hope it's a pay-per-view, because if it's another TV show, what the hell is he thinking? Because Rampage is not doing so good.
It's not a TV show. My hopes it's going to be a better video game because, oh my god, Fight Forever is a shit name. B looks like dog shit.
Do you know when he announced the UK show? Did they say it was Dynamite, or they didn't say that? They
said Dynamite.
Did they say Dynamite?
Yeah, Dynamite and Rampage.
Oh, I was going to say, what if it's a new pay-per-view in the UK?
Maybe that would be what they would do, because I'd say, because how many pay-per-views we've got? We've got 4 pay-per-views for AEW.
Oh, yeah. And it's like a 3-month gap between each one or something like that.
Yeah, which isn't the worst thing. I think 2 months is best, because 3 months, it drags trying to build a storyline.
True.
You know what I mean? Maybe it's probably another special. You know what he's like.
Maybe. Oh, going back to like you said, the video game, it could be him announcing the release date because apparently GameStops in America have been putting out, you know, the game, whatever you call it, to advertise it.
All the advertisement stuff and that. But it looks like dog shit. Like,
no.
and they're charging full price. It's
well, imagine because 2K23 comes out in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Imagine if they just rush it out to compete with WWE.
That would be the worst move you'd ever make.
They might make a few sales where they like parents, go to the store and like, I want a new wrestling game.
I doubt they'd make it because it'd be like, I want the wrestling game.
No,
and every parent knows WWE. Like that.
Yeah, true.
WWE, like that's branded. They would pick that up over. Oh, is this another wrestling game? This one I know is a wrestling game, and
especially now with Punk being there, not anymore. Like the only person on the cover now is really Jericho in it, who's recognizable. Really.
Is he though?
No, I mean, obviously, he's done a shit thing for his career the last 3 years, but
yeah.
In terms of like old fans, they're gonna recognize Jericho, aren't they?
Yeah, but it depends on like who's picking it up, if parents even know, or whatever. But it's one of those things. I all the footage, all the gameplay graphics I've seen, it looks like a middle to early PS3 game.
Yeah. Did you see that latest one they did on IGN? Where it's literally 30 seconds and half of it was actual in-ring match between Hangman and Bryan.
No.
And the other half it was just spliced.
I've seen stills.
They spliced together, like most of the footage was from the actual match. You saw like 10 seconds of the actual game. And it's like, this looks so stupid.
It's like, the only reason you'd ever do that and hide so much of your gameplay is because it's shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like we were talking about earlier today, like that's Kenny was in charge of this. Kenny's getting the brunt of this.
Well, there's rumours Kenny's apparently going to leave.
Actually, I think Kenny's going to blame the fact that, I had to come off that and come and do the trio stuff and all that. You know what I mean? He's going to start blaming Tony's like, no, you've left me to do it. I wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah,
it's like, fuck you, mate. You want to go to New Japan.
Just because you play games doesn't mean you can make games, does it?
I watch a lot of porn. Does that mean I'm very good at sex?
It's like so.
Because if so, ladies, I'm pretty good.
Well, apparently the rumor is Jay Wyatt and Kenny Omega are both going to WWE. That's the rumor. I don't know, if it's legit or what.
Jay Wyatt, more likely. Kenny, no. Kenny couldn't.
I don't know. I think all these things like stack up. The video game being shit, him bringing back CM Punk, the fans tuning out for every one of his matches.
I think Kenny would go back to New Japan because he'd be a big fish in a little pond there.
True.
He wouldn't be able to do anything he wants. He wouldn't have the Young Bucks with him. Because if the Young Bucks were there, they'd be told, why are you doing super kicks every fucking minute? That makes no sense. You know what I mean? They probably... If I was there and I had the Young Bucks, I'd force them to watch multiple tag matches of like the Usos, Imperium. WWE's tag team is shit at the moment. There are a few moments that you could, matches that are happening live where I'd be like, look, watch these guys.
Yeah.
Watch these guys, listen to this crowd and like, look what they're doing. Like, they're not doing what you do. They don't need to do all that flippy shit. If you can do that, then you save yourselves like energy, and all the big pops when it means. Because if you have to do 60 flips to get people to go, yeah, then like, what is the point?
Exactly.
That's not good for you. You're not young anymore. Like, you can't do 60 flips every fucking.
Well, they think they're changing the business, don't they? They're not interested.
They're killing it. That's what they want to do.
I know, but they just want to do their own flippy shit, and it's like,
Oh, then just go to New Japan because apparently they like it and they don't cheer, so you won't really fucking. You'll be like, oh, they cheer because they know it was awesome and they're very respectful.
But yeah, about this Tony Khan announcement, you think it's gonna be good or bad?
It's gonna be shit. I have no hope.
It has to be something, because otherwise, why not just, do it on Twitter? You know what I mean? I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to get ratings up, obviously, but...
Obviously, yeah. Like, this is what you got to do. It's one of the main reasons you always announce certain aspects of your show.
He thinks he's Vince McMahon. I remember years ago when Vince would be on the show and you'd be like, oh, something's going to go down because Vince is here. It's not the same reaction when Tony's on the show, is it?
To be fair with that comparison, Vince has been established for years.
That's what I'm saying. He thinks he's the same thing. It's like
yeah,
Tony Khan has an announcement. Okay.
How do you do that though? How do you do that? How do you become established?
Well, for one, you become an on-screen fucking character, which is
true. But I think he thinks he's an on-screen character because the way he interacts with fans online, the way he
Well, I
interacts with
guess
fans.
their fan base, they're all online,
You know what I mean? Like the way the
You know.
fact that he thinks he's in this echo chamber where everyone's telling him to do really well. You know what I mean? Apparently, but
Yo, Austin, welcome to the stream. How's it going?
It's no, can't be good. Can't be good. I don't see it being good. Like,
oh, actually, yeah, I read a rumor before, and I hope to fucking God this isn't true. Apparently, his announcement's going to be women's tag team titles. I read that, and I was like, this company's not going to survive.
like, yeah, sure, okay, but can we have a decent women's division in general first?
Starting, but exactly.
Yeah,
why introduce another belt when you've barely got one that's good anyway? Like the women's championship, yeah, Jamie Hayter. TBS, apparently it's a gimmick belt. It's like, why do you need another belt? How many tag teams do you even have? You got Saraya and Tony Storm, Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter. Who else have you got?
Guy Blue has someone she teams up with. Anna Jay and Ty Conte.
Oh yeah, Ty. Yeah.
Ty Mello. I miss Ty Conte. It's so much fun to say Conte.
But yeah, we'll move on to the matches. Then we've got the tag team battle royale. Whoever wins going to Revolution, and then another battle royale next week. Well, let's just look at the teams. There we got best friends. Oh, we got United Empire. What are they called? Will Ospreay's team. Them two are in it. I don't think they're gonna win though. Top Flight.
Yes. Top Flight.
Tony Nese and Devara. Who cares?
Jobber.
Silver and Reynolds. There's my pick right there.
There's my boys.
2.0. Butcher and
Blade. Are they still 2.0?
I'm gonna. It's only them two there, so I'm gonna say it's 2.0. Oh, Lucha Brothers. I'd say Lucha Brothers gonna win. Actually,
it's either Silver Alex or the Lucha Brothers.
And Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal, but you know. Oh, and yeah, Roosh and Preston Vance as well.
Well, I don't know. Right, out of the three teams that we just Lucha Brothers, Alex Silver, and Preston Vance. And I only say Preston and Roosh is because of not that I enjoyed their match last week, but because the way it seemed like it was meant to be like the setup to them being able to win this and actually be legit competitors.
Yeah, you would think that, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Because like, why is Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal in this? Like, I wouldn't why.
True.
I wouldn't why is Tony Nese need to be in this with another guy? Like, there's 4 guys that don't need to be in this battle royale. And then what's next? Like, so whoever wins this one, the rest all go and do it again next week.
I guess, yeah. Whoever's left over. That's why it's stupid, because it's a fatal 4-way tag team in it at Revolution.
Right. Here's an idea. Here's a concept that might work. Singles battles royale. Whoever wins, that team goes into the next one. And then the ones
it's going to be a clusterfuck because they're all going to start off inside the ring.
It is anyway. So the guys who competed in this week's won't compete in next week's. Like, you did 2 different singles. I mean, where one guy was in 1 week and the other guy was in the other week. That'd be more interesting.
True. And you can build drama between them. It's like, oh, I'd let the team down, or I won for
exactly.
the team. And
builds up storylines. You know what I mean? You could have someone come in. You could have other guys come in, brawling outside, which is going to happen anyway because it's fucking AEW. They're probably going to start fighting outside and slowly get in.
I'm going to go with Lucha Brothers to win, though.
Yeah, I think Prance, Preston, Roosh and
Preston.
1 minute.
Roosh and Preston.
Yeah, Roosh and Preston and the Lucha Brothers are going to be the ones going into Revolution against the Guns and the Acclaimed. Which I don't know why this needs to be a fatal 4-way tag-way match at all. Why can't it just be the Acclaimed versus the Guns? I think, if anything, I think it should be you should have another one's contest match at Revolution. You know what I mean? You're going to build up to see who's going to face the next.
Unless if it was a triple threat, it makes sense because you want a team to pin them or get pinned instead of your Acclaimed and Guns. But then you're adding another team in there as well, and it's like, why? Why do you need another team?
If anything, the Acclaimed should be in this battle royale, but they suddenly they've now said, oh, we're gonna enact now.
We'll talk about it later. Apparently, rematch clause now. Where the fuck did that come from? What happened to the rankings and all that? Yo, Nathan, welcome to the stream. How's it going?
I can see Nathan. If a ghost pulls up to you.
Moving on from one tag team match to another, we got the Acclaim versus Big Bill and Lee Moriarty, which I'm glad the Acclaimed have a match, obviously, but Why?
Why Big Bill and Lee Moriarty? Why change your name to Big Bill? My real fucking concern. That's the real thing. Like, that is such a shitty wrestler's name for
Don't you
being
get it,
in the
though? And his
year.
name is Bill, and he's big.
We're in the year 2023. If we were in 1970, Big Bill coming out of a haystack or whatever, that, yeah, sure, that would make great in the 80s or 70s, you know what I mean? But we are in 2023. Big Bill is a stupid fucking name for a
Yeah, it's a
wrestler.
stupid name.
Oh,
But that's the least of his worries right now. Because this booking's not going to do any favors anyway, even if you had a
he's
good
really
team.
good though. That's the issue.
Yeah. Who else is
I mean, you
really
got
good? Lance Archer? Where the fuck's he?
David, you read my fucking mind. I'm like, put them in. You know, throw Brian Cage in there. Luchasaurus. You know, have your big men fucking actually tear each other apart for a match or two. You know what I mean? That's the one thing we haven't had in
because
terms.
they walk on the side equals Big Bill energy. But yeah, clearly they claim they're going to win this because they got the title match Revolution. They're not going to lose 2 weeks away, so...
Maybe that's the idea. They lose, you know, oh, this is their second time losing.
Fuck. No, no. Right, I swear to God, if the Acclaim come out tonight and Tony Khan makes Max Caster rap about Ariel Hawana, no. You know, come on.
No, because that's Caster's thing.
Yeah,
right.
But doesn't he have not the final say, but he has to go.
Yeah, of what Caster writes. I don't think he's allowed. I don't think Caster's gonna be like.
I'm just saying, if tonight he comes out and he starts dissing Ariel, we know who told him to do that.
Yeah, but I just don't see Max doing it. I just don't see him being like comfortable. Like, well, no, I don't have a problem with him.
True.
You know
I'm just saying, if Tony does swoop that low, I'm just saying.
Oh no, I can't. It's bad enough that he's having to nuke fucking Max Caster and fucking the Acclaimed in general. Like, why would you make them lose that match? It made no sense. There was barely a proper build up towards them fighting them anyway.
Yeah. Well, Wardlow's back now, Nathan. Apparently, we'll talk about that in a bit. Then that Jim Ross
Wardlow
thing was
could be
not
another
bad.
big one against Bill.
True. But yeah, moving on. We got we'll hear from Bryan Danielson. I thought he was gonna have a match, but apparently not. He's had enough matches.
Well, why would he fight? He's got his number one. He's got his.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I was just accustomed to having a match every week. I thought it'd be another one, but yeah,
like that's the thing. I really hate him. Like, couldn't someone else suddenly like build the rankings and become the number one contender? If they say like, oh, you know, well, it's not done by how many matches you win. It's about the quality of the match, which makes no sense because then Brian King like, well, if I win every match, it was like, well, what about the quality of the match? Do you have to have good quality each match until that day? So it makes
the quality. Dave Meltzer. Who's deciding it?
Well, not Arian anymore. I can tell you that much. But that's what I don't understand. Is it wins? Is it quality? Is it a mix of both? If so, it makes no fucking sense unless you say, oh, there's a secret team backstage. No one knows who they are. It's just me. I know who they are. They send me a text or whatever. I get the information about this. You know, you want to stick it in kayfabe?
Do you like that? Like match in a night. Like each week you change the talent who judges and whoever has the match in a night each week and stuff. I don't know. That's quality in it at least, but fuck knows.
It make more sense if he says it's whoever wins because it's like, well, then it's just about who you're booking. It makes sense. Like it makes sense why if he has more wins, he should be fighting for a title. Because that's what I'm saying. Like, what if someone says, you know, Tony, I want to fight 3 men. Give me an Iron Man match. You know what I mean? And then like suddenly after 3 wins, he's also in tie. You know, to fight for a number one contenders match. Like, what happens then? The number one like. But I guess because it makes no sense.
No.
Tony can do what he wants. I hate it. I think it's stupid. I like the idea of rankings matter. You know what I mean? It gives them
then the matches actually mean something because you know you got to win and stuff. But
yeah, and then it I think like feeds that schoolboy mentality inside of me of like my guy's better than your guy. You know what I mean? Like, my guy's got more higher in the rankings. You know what I mean? Like I know it's a silly thing, but it's like
I think what happened is because they were starting with the ranking one when they first started, and then the talent they got way too much people, too many wrestlers, and they just couldn't be bothered keeping up with it anymore. So people just started building it up on Dark, and it just appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah,
but it's just rematches.
It's like, how hard is it for him to have one or two people going, all right, he won that match, let's put that on this fucking
Well,
spreadsheet.
how hard is it to have a booking committee and have people suggest ideas and shit? But no, he's the one fucking man show, isn't there?
Well, see, I have a theory on why he doesn't have any people. It's because he's in his room, right? He has a special powder that he uses to
Oh,
create
just no,
space.
man.
He doesn't want to
Yeah.
doesn't want to share this magical powder that he got off someone. You know what I mean? He doesn't want people knowing that he does this. You know what I mean? He wants to make it seem like he's just a genius out of nowhere. I think it's a special powder that isn't working at the moment, and he's worried. You know, he's looking behind his shoulder. He's like, "What's going on?" And he thinks he's got a nosebleed. So, you know, his eyes are like that, like he's fucking going to warp 6. Like, fuck me.
You're talking about Tony Khan, yeah.
Yeah.
How about this dude right here?
That dude. Oh my gosh.
This is the unlockable character in Fight Forever.
Don't fucking. That would be a spell.
Man.
That would be. There was a comic book character in the late 90s, early 80s called Snowflake, where he gained his powers from snorting cocaine. I shit you not. And he came out like he was like they designed him like a wrestler. I'll have to show it you later on. It's the stupidest thing ever.
Yeah, I got that image ready to go. As soon as I had it, I'm not deleting that. It's going to come in handy every week with this fucking dude. Oh, speaking of which, we got
that's his announcement. That's his announcement,
yeah.
I'm getting jacked, boys. I'm getting jacked.
We got your boy Orange Cassidy versus Wheeler Yuta for the All Atlantic Championship.
Right, what'd you say? What'd you say, William?
Useless, sorry. Wheeler useless. Wheeler useless.
Yes. Look, I do like Orange Cassidy, but I do understand that it's not a flavor for everyone. You know, some people like apples, some people like oranges, but no one likes someone who's useless. Can we all?
I know. At least Cassidy has a personality. What the fuck does Wheeler Yuta have?
I know. And another argument that I make in defense of Orange is like he's really meant for the kids. You know what I mean? He's like a proper version. Like he's like a toy version of John Cena. You know what I mean? Like as a kid you like John Cena, as an adult you didn't. And then like at some point you went, oh, you know what? John Cena's really great.
His personality's lazy, isn't it? That's what it is. Or he's trying to like out trick the opponent by pretending to be, you know.
Yeah. But like he's for the kids though, if anything. Like that's the thing. Like
I agree. He's for the
kids.
He's
very friendly.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? He's like the guy you can have going to do all the meet and greets. You can have him like going to the school.
I don't mind Cassidy in like select things.
MJF, you chap going to like a high school to talk about not bullying someone. You know what I mean?
Like Cassidy's alright if you use him in certain bits, but if you try and put him on a show every week and
and I can understand why some people would say like, "Oh, I hate the gimmick," or "The gimmick's all." Like, yeah, but the gimmick's not for you; it's for the kids. You know,
True, but it is one of those things where you've seen it once or twice, and then there's nothing.
Yeah, I still like it because I think like, especially when he's doing it with the best friends, like some of the shit they do, I do quite like. I am a child at heart, realistically.
Nathan, is that the debut of Dynamite? Nathan's like, I was sick of him October 21st, 2019. Is that when Dynamite started?
No, I think that's the Pacific moment. It wasn't October.
Episode. It wasn't October.
It fucking wasn't.
Dynamite was the first start.
Nah, I remember it still being sunny outside when we were watching it.
No, they had the pay-per-view a few months before, but then the TV
No, but
didn't
I
start
remember.
until...
I know. 2019 Dynamite.
Yeah. I might have to Google or someone else. Let me Google.
Yeah, no, that's
first AEW Dynamite. October the 2nd. It was October the 2nd.
Well, I was still right. Technically.
19 days off. 19 days off.
Go check yourself, Jamie. Nathan, your facts are wrong there.
Hey, it was the right month, though, right? Yeah.
1 minute. I need to do something. 1 minute.
Tell me you think it's gonna win. Is Orange Cassidy gonna win or will you?
Does anyone care?
I thought you would.
Look, if Useless is involved, I don't care. Useless could be fighting fucking God himself, and I'd still walk away from that.
I'd have a little bit of interest. See if God won again. Because God had a match in years since Vince, man. That was a long time ago. The tag team match.
Vince is God.
Welcome to the stream, Georgia. How was Spiral? Did you get all the trophies? Where are we up to now? Oh yeah, Christian Cage is back, and we're gonna hear from him with the shit. I mean, we'll talk about the tweet later, but Tony threw Tony under the bus.
Oh, David, I want to talk about that tweet so
Yeah,
much.
I've got it saved. We're gonna talk about it in a bit, but we're gonna hear from Christian, and obviously he's a heel, so you know it should be entertaining. I got a platinum, nice one.
Sorry, what did you say? They ain't useless, but honestly, lads, out of all of us, at least you can get for 5 stars and not be waiting. Yeah, depends on the
That's
stairs.
not saying much though.
I can get up a few flights and then get winded. You know, it's because I'm out of shape. But you know, David doesn't take stairs because elevators exist.
Well, I take stairs. Take the free flights up when I go to work. That's about it.
Yeah, and
Christian tonight.
Sorry, we're just derailed because they dick.
Obviously, they're gonna. Do you think they'll do Jungle Boy and Christian at Revolution? That's 2 weeks away. I don't know if they will or not. I guess they should.
Oh, is his arm better?
Yeah, they took the sling off last week, didn't
No, you know me, I wasn't paying attention.
they? I know. But he's been out long enough, so I'd say, try and build the pay-per-view up a little bit.
3 days. It is a return of a feud that needs to be concluded. It just depends what happens with Luchasaurus. Good thing he didn't come out last week. Maybe he comes out this week or next week.
Oh, that's probably what they'll fucking do. They're doing a match. Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus comes out again, costs Jungle Boy the match, and then they'll just carry it on.
No. Because Jungle Boy wants to go for the singles title, so I'm assuming it's going to be...
Yeah, Jungle Boy wants to go for the singles title, does he? Yeah, here's the title he's going to get. That All-Atlantic Championship, that's the one he's going to get.
Well, no, TNT still... not TNT. TNT title. I was fucking right the first time.
He got beat fucking Samoa Joe. No way.
Well, depends. No, it didn't.
Joe's champion again now, isn't he? Darby beat Joe, and then Joe beat Darby.
Yeah, but didn't Warlock up? I can't remember any
now it's
fucking
Wardlow versus Joe. It's Wardlow versus Joe now. Yeah.
Well, all I'm saying is, I'm assuming, depending on what happens with Samoa Joe, and it is, that the feud of Christian and Jungle Boy is either going to continue as a to build towards a number one contender for the title. So it's going to get to them two for the title, for the number one contender, or Jungle Boy's going to win the title, and then Christian's going to feud with him over the title, and then we'll have a big title match, which I think would be the better way to go, I guess.
Where the hell is Hobbs? Apparently, someone brought it up to Tony in an interview. Do you know what he said? He's like, "We're going back to his hometown soon, so he'll be on the show that week." Just that week. Just that 1 week they're inside his hometown. That's it. It's like, wow. That's how you treat your talent, is it? They get dusted off when you're at the hometown, and then that's it. Back on the shelf for you.
Is it bad that he was getting more TV time when he was with on Team Taz?
This Team Taz. At least it was, showcasing Ricky
At least you got Taz doing. At least you got Taz doing some good stuff outside of commentary.
True.
I mean, fucking him and Excalibur carrying that fucking table.
Oh yeah, 100%. Why do you even have Schiavone there at this point? Like, what is he?
He's not a reporter. He's not a reporter, is he?
Oh, he's just. Oh my god. And then, we still got 2 more matches. We got Saraya versus Sky Blue. Saraya's gonna have. Is this the first match on Dynamite? I don't even know, but.
No, she's had a few on Dynamite.
Has she? I thought she only had. Oh, she had the tag match.
She had the tag match. And I think she had a singles one once or twice, because I remember me and you go, "Who the fuck is she?" And I think we eventually went, "Oh, I think she's dating that." I can't remember. Halfway through my sentence, I realised I'm talking about something totally different.
But yeah, Saraya's gonna win, and I hate this stupid rip-off NWO shit they're doing with her and Tony Storm, spray people. Oh my days!
Oh, was it? It wasn't last week. It was the week before with the librarian, wasn't it?
Yeah, when the bad acting, and we talked about that last week.
Oh, you could have knocked her out. One of you could have had her a fucking armbar, but it was literally like that me. Or like, no, I'm a virgin. You know what I mean? Like that. Oh my god!
You ready for the main event?
I know what it is.
Jon Moxley versus Evil Uno. Start your countdowns. How long until Moxley bleeds? Because it's every fucking week with this dude, and it's pissing me off.
I counted it the second Uno got in the fucking ring. I went, well, I guess they're gonna feud. They're gonna have a match next week.
Yeah, and it's gonna go 15 minutes, and The
Gonna
usual
brawl
Moxley
outside.
showcase, yeah, brawl outside.
I hate it. I love Moxley, but I'm hating him at the moment. I'm hating his wrestling style.
Yeah. You know what? I gotta be honest. For years, Moxley was my favorite out of the Shield. Now he's the bottom. He's the bottom. Roman's the top, Seth, and then it's Moxley. It really is because he's doing his shit. His courage is like the Jericho effect. Every single week he comes out there, he bleeds, he brawls out to the outside. It seems like he's half into it. He's stumbling about, and it's like, what are you doing, man? You had so much potential coming into this company, and you just, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I don't know. Is it his opponent? Because he's not like, who was his last good opponent?
I want to say Punk, but yeah, even that was kind of shit as well. The whole interim bullshit and all that. I don't even know.
Was it
When was the
MJF? Really?
I guess MJF. It was the first time, not the second time.
No, the second time.
I don't even.
Not for the title.
I don't think that was that good, really.
Then I'd say it was probably. Who was it? Who was he feuding during Hangman's reign?
Excuse me, I don't even remember at this point. I don't even remember.
Like,
Oh, it's bad booking, man. But still, Moxley is still one of my favourites, but if he keeps going on this way, it's like, I don't even want to watch your matches anymore. I know what's going to happen. I'm not interested anymore.
No, and it's the same, like, beat down, like his whole premise is like, I'm just going to beat you down, like, I'm just going to beat you down. It's like, that's a cool gimmick if you're fighting someone like Wardlow, like MJF when he's like being a really good heel. You want to see that, or Eddie Kingston where you know we can take it. You know what I mean? But when it's like jobber number 45 on the lot,
Yeah.
or you know someone who's not into that style, who doesn't max well with that, I'm like, bro, like you are one of the most. You are a great technical wrestler. I've seen your technical wrestling. I've seen your other stuff. Like, can you park the hardcore stuff for about 5 fucking minutes?
And I'm sick of saying it because we say it every week, but give the guy vacation. Let us miss him. Let him come back in a few months and be recharged. How hard is that?
Take the glasses off of Orange Cassidy, put them on Moxley, and call him Vacation Moxley and send him off.
Send him off.
Give him my Instagram.
Oh my god. But yeah, that's all the matches and, you know, segments for tonight. Overall, like, I don't even care about any of these matches. I really don't. I have no interest in them.
Are we getting on the tweet first or last week's review?
Let's quickly go through last week's review and then we'll talk about the tweet. Because we've got a lot to talk about with the tweet. Last week's show was, you know, I think we'll fly through this because even my notes.
I don't even remember. I remember like 2 segments roughly.
It started being Acclaimed winning the 8-man tag. I didn't even know who else. I forgot who was in it. Was it Jeff Jarrett's crew or something like that? I don't even remember.
Was there an 8-man tag?
Yeah, Orange Cassidy.
What the fuck was Orange in that match?
Exactly. That's what was questioned last week.
Right. Yeah. Was that an 8-man tag?
Someone told you it happened on Rampage, I remember. They said it
on
Rampage.
Yeah. Like, who watches Rampage? Oh, Nathan's typing. What's he saying to me now? Hold a sec. Got it.
But yeah, after that, they went into another tag team match. Then the Mox and Claudio beat Roosh and Preston, and there's blood everywhere. Mox the bleeding, of course. Preston bled as well.
It was such an awful match because they were clearly trying to set up Roosh and Vance as like they're strong enough to take on but unique. Sorry, dear. So much in the group chat. Fucking hate that fruit. 1 second. He's got me fucking. Check the group chat. He's an arsehole. What is it? It's stupid. Oh my god. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to start like putting something on better.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Oh, from it. Oh, what's his name? He's in The Dark Knight. He's what's the actor's name?
I don't know.
No, he's in The Fifth Element, but you know the actor, Gary Oldman.
Oh, Gary Oldman.
Yeah. Right. Back on what I was saying. Yeah. I can't remember where I was at. What was I saying?
No, now talk about Moxley bleeding every fucking week.
Right. Yes, Vance and Roosh. They were clearly setting up as like, oh, you know, these two are taking Mox and
Claudio
Casanova to the limit by like throwing a chair and a couple of tables on him. Like, not even a lot of chairs and a lot of tables on him to like slow him down. You know what I mean? It was like, oh, they really pushed those two to limit, and it was like, what?
You know what else is stupid? This was a Texas Tornado match with blood and chairs and all that. So why the fuck would someone want to pay for the pay-per-view to see Hangman versus Moxley in a match you can see on free TV? Because Moxley bleeds every single week on TV anyway. So what difference does it make on the pay-per-view match?
I wish I would know, because apparently
I mean. The blood every week, it just makes it mean nothing. It means nothing.
Well, Jamie, a woman bleeds once a month.
Oh my god. I've thankfully had her on the show since. I'll give Tony credit for that because Jesus Christ, man.
Maybe it was her decision. You know what I mean? Maybe she's actually quite intelligent. You know what? Maybe I need to learn to work with tables and chairs, and then I'll come back, Tony. Can I learn a bit more about wrestling? Let's give her the credit, because I'm not ready to give Tony credit just yet. You know what I mean? That special powder of his must be running low.
Yeah. We'll talk about the powder soon. We had the Wardlow sit down with JR and talked about his dad, and what was it? His dad was sick when he lost his hair, so he had to grow his hair out.
Yeah, I thought that was a very good promo. You know what I mean? I think it was.
It was good, but this
should have happened before. It explains why he was gone and why the hair was cut.
Yeah, but this should have happened before Samoa Joe cut his hair, because we didn't have any reason to care back then. If he would have told me before, it would have been more shocking.
Yeah, but I think.
Because they just wrote this in afterwards. They didn't think.
Yeah, but Wardlow spoke about it. It's like, well, because it's why I think JR's a really great fucking interview, really, more than anything. He said, oh, there must be a lot of stuff that you and Wardlow talked about backstage. Do you regret saying any of those things? It's like, yeah, because I mentioned how important my hair was because of my dad.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. We should have heard that, though. That's what I mean.
I know, but I think like the fact that it makes, I think
because
it makes sense.
What happened? Joe cut his hair, and it's like, okay, he disappears for a month, and then he comes back and tells us the reason to care.
It should have been explained a little more. Really,
that's what I mean. It should have been explained sooner. Who even said that? Said what? What the bleeding line? That was Willow. After the criticism of her, completely missing the table with Anna Jay, she's like, well, women can bleed.
Oh, Anna Jay, man, she nearly gets killed every week when she does a hardcore match. I don't know why she does it.
True. But yeah, after this, Mark Briscoe beat Josh Woods, and the Lucha Brothers came out to help. I mean, it's glad that Mark Briscoe gets to wrestle. I'd give him the ROH title. Fuck it, Claudio's doing nothing with it anyway. Why not?
Yeah, he's as much useful as his team partner's namesake.
MJF was fucking with the crowd on the break, wasn't he, on the fight version, which was pretty funny. But then this segment, I want to find out, they brought out Chris Daniels, which, obviously he's got a history with Bryan from ROH or whatever. He's still got the bloodshot eye as well, but I don't know, this segment just didn't really do it for me.
No, it felt weird because we've not seen him in ages. It's like, well, who it
was a deep cut in it, and he's like, oh, Bryan and ROH and all this shit, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, and I get the idea, he's building up, oh, I paid to do this, I'm never gonna sell him out or whatever, but it's just why? Is it because he was in town and he wanted to do something? Or did Tony still have him on the contract?
Daniels works backstage. Yeah, he's there every week.
Right, but I'm sure there was someone better they could have got, or something better. Why? What was the purpose? Was it so? What?
Because of the history between him and Bryan, wasn't it? I guess.
Yeah, but I didn't know about this history, and you're suddenly telling me about it.
That's what I'm saying. You got to do your research, Dylan.
It's not important to me. So, you know what I mean?
God forbid they make a film.
If this was a fucking shot they did on Rampage, it makes sense. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah. I think it would be better as a backstage thing or something like that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But yeah, and I think it's getting to that moment where we need to start seeing Bryan talk more on the mic.
Hopefully we get that tonight, because it says we're going to hear
and
from him.
And see MJF wrestle more in the ring leading up to that. Because I do think MJF needs to wrestle to be like, look, I can win 5 minutes flat. I can win 5 seconds.
He's the best thing going inside this company, but he hasn't earned the Brock Lesnar level yet, has he? Where he comes in once a month or whatever and wrestles. He's still 28 or whatever how old he is.
Yeah, it's like I always say, there's 3 things to being a wrestler: your ring, there's your mic skills, and his storytelling. And he's got all 3, but he's developed There's
It's
only
only
two
like a
of
show
them.
one in area. Like.
Yeah, it's like the storytelling and the mic skills are like the ones where he's like you would say he's at that Brock Lesnar level with those two, but like his in ring stuff, he's still like he can wrestle. He just needs to show us that he is good enough where we only need to see him those one times, where it's a treat to see him wrestle. But because we
Yeah,
don't
true.
have that, it's like I want to see you wrestle, but you're not giving it me. You should be giving it me. You know what I mean? Like, I get what
Daniel's
they're doing.
eye still fucks. It's still. I don't know if he's just wearing contact lens now or what, but it was still messed up. Gotta be an ROH fan, bro. You fucking casual. Shit.
Well, maybe we would if it wasn't a fucking $5 subscription I have to pay to watch ROH.
True. And he haven't taped any TV yet either. So that was the fucking point.
I've got the back catalogue. What fucking whoop do you do? I've got a back catalogue of loads of shit of stuff to watch. What's it me fucking?
Jungle Boy beat Brian Cage. Christian came back after the match and attacked him. That was the main point of it. Proving that he's not injured anymore. Hangman beat Kip. Who gives a fuck? Mox and the crew came out afterwards, and then Dark Order came out.
Oh, right. Let me talk about this for a minute, please. Because apparently...
Oh, no. Here we go.
Hangman was like, he's like, someone's like, I need to go for a piss. I do too, but I think I'll hold it. I want to test myself. No, go for a fucking piss. It is not a good sign. It is not good for you. Do you want... Do you know what holding your piss in does? Like, it causes, like,
but not just that, weren't you trying to say that's why you can beat Moxley, because you can hold it in longer or some shit?
I don't know, I think it was just a macho thing. He's like, I want to test myself, see how long I can go without pissing my pants. I'm like, why the fuck would you want to do that? You know, you're like, the muscles to hold in your urine, right? It's like, they weaken the more you use them. So when you're in, like, your 50s, and you're pissing yourself because you can't control it, like, that's because you kept holding it in when you were younger. You used up all the muscle strength. And it's like, not only that, like, no one wants to like be in the middle of a 20 mask and then you suddenly hold up going, mate, I'm absolutely pissing myself. I'm really sorry. Mate, am I smelling your piss because you couldn't go fucking 5 minutes? And, you know what I mean? Like, it's just not good. Like, and the idea that you're testing yourself, like, what are you testing? How stupid you are. You are I am revoking the name Page from you. You are no longer Hangman Adam Page. You are Hangman Adam Pissy Pants. That is his new name on this show.
The meds aren't working. The meds aren't working.
They won't let me pee. I need to hold it in.
Like we said before we went live, man. I'm not a fan of Hangman anymore, man.
I miss liking Hangman. Because it was fun seeing him, John Silver, and you know.
And it's in the usual wrestling online, like fucking fans, where it's like, oh, you know, like they are turning MJF. It's not like that. It's literally like every time he opens his mouth, he just says something stupid. It's like, what?
Is he secretly becoming a heel underneath Tony's brain? Tony's like, oh, this is really good face stuff. But like, I was like, nah, this is heel stuff. You're not seeing it yet. You're not seeing it yet.
You're not seeing it yet.
You know what I mean? The meds aren't working, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, the main event last week was the women's triple threat, which Ruby won, which was a surprise. But stupid Saraya spot. Well, what did they do? Didn't they spray paint Tony's ass and then she did that stupid move? And it's like,
mate, that's not even the part that pisses me off the most. Britt, Tony, pick a side. Motherfuckers, we're in a triple threat match.
Oh yeah, we're in a triple threat. Pick a side. It's like, what? It's every person for himself. What are you talking about?
You know what I mean? Like, I don't owe you nothing. I don't owe you nothing. Let's fucking fight. I was backing Ruby the whole match. I'm like, yeah, fuck the pair of them. That's how they're gonna act. Like, I love Jamie.
Storyline's so stupid. What the originals versus what? Freelancers. That's what they're called. The freelancers.
Ladies, you literally have contracts. You literally have multi-year contracts. You literally have the same kind of like papers signed that the originals have. Like, what makes you freelancers? Like, what makes
It's stupid.
Like, why? Not only that, if you're a freelancer, why would Tony hire you to come and constantly attack his staff backstage? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, in a story, like, there's no sense in the story. Like, oh, like we're allowed to do this because Tony signed his contract.
They think they're the NWO, don't they? Like they're coming in from outside and all that shit. And it's like, you're not. We've seen you on TV for a year. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and Tony, you're still a miserable bitch.
Yeah, you still don't have no personality. I thought turning heel would be better, but nope.
Maybe she's meant to be like the big, stupid, silent, strong one in the group. You always get.
But yeah,
But
before
she's
we talk about the tweet, I just got to mention, did you see Keith Lee's return? I know you don't watch Rampage, but you
oh
see the photo.
yeah. So
What
like
the fuck happened to it? He looks like he's 10 years older. He's got a grey hair, grey beard. It's like, whoa, man, you were only gone for 2 months.
yeah, but that cement block aged the motherfucker.
It aged him quite a lot. Shit.
I
Don't you
don't know.
recognize him?
Like it looked like it looked like a good return though. Like with him coming up from behind, like one of those classic.
Yeah, but it's just the way he looked. I was like, Jesus Christ, how long has it been?
I know, but like, why is it so long for him to take away? Like, there's no. This is what I hate about this show. It's like there's no like. There's clearly like these people that everyone likes. You know, your
God, there's so many. House of Black, Eddie Kingston.
You know what I mean? Like people who are like out there. It's like, why aren't the commentators saying something? Why aren't they like going? You know, why is it not once a week segment? Or someone mentions like, oh, like if like whoever Keith Lee was gonna feud with like Square Strickland, he's like, yeah, Keith's still out from that. We haven't heard anything back from him. Why is there no
updates? Yeah.
no? Why are we not reminded that this person exists? You know what I mean? Like Christian. Why was Christian not mentioned during every single Jungle Boy match?
Yeah,
or maybe he was, and I don't remember because the commentary is so bad at times for Tony Schiavone.
Yeah, it really is. He inputs nothing. He's just there to go, oh, wow, this is great. Wow.
Oh, yeah,
It's
wow.
Sting.
I hate it's that MJF is that. I swear, they only have him on for MJF so that you can hate on him. It's like, shut the fuck up, Tony. Not meant to be biased, but I guess you're not. Nice to see you biased.
Well, let's start talking about this tweet. Last Friday on SmackDown, Ariel Helwani was on the show because, it was in Canada. He's from Canada. And, just keep this in mind. He's not signed to WWE or AEW. He is signed to BT Sports to do, like, videos and shit like that. He interviewed Tony, 4 months ago? And Tony wouldn't answer any questions.
And he go pay.
I gotta go pay. Leave him there. I can't comment on that and all that shit. So this is what he tweets out while SmackDown is on the air. You're a fraud, Ariel. You're a legitimate as reporter as Tony Schiavone. So he's throwing Tony underneath the bus, even though, he's not that good anyway. But...
Yeah, but I was reading like, the comments like, it's because Tony's like whole gimmick is like he never gets like for this interview, so he's not a real fucking journalist. Like, but he's not anyway. Like interviewing someone is not journalism.
No, exactly.
You know what I mean? He's a commentator.
Ariel responds, he says, thanks for watching, old friend. Can't wait for our next chat. Also, don't listen to the Snowman, Schiavone. You're a legend in my book. And then Tony replies again, good luck with the unbiased journalism.
I don't remember reading the Snowman part. I don't know why.
Oh my god, the Snowman line is just killer. It really is.
But why would Tony alienate one of the best, what would you say, journalists?
Because he knows he can't pay him off, like with Dave Meltzer. He can't pay him off.
So why not make your product better? Surely that's the solution.
Yeah. Listen to the criticism instead of just brushing it off.
You know what I mean? Like, no one says you have to like take every ounce of criticism on board. Surely there'll be some bits where you will disagree and you'll make your own judgment calls. Whether we agree with it or not, that's fair enough. Yeah. There's gotta be a give and take where you kind of go, actually that might be true, or maybe I will try that. You know what I mean? It's gotta be, but like with him, it's just this is my thing. I'm in charge. But like the attack comes out of nowhere though, Jamie.
I know, but the fact he tweets this while so he's there watching SmackDown. Clearly, God knows what he's doing while he's watching SmackDown.
Jamie, there's no mention of him being on SmackDown in that tweet.
No, but he sent it while he was on SmackDown. That's what I mean. So Tony must have been watching SmackDown to know.
Yeah, but unless you know that, you know what I mean. Like I didn't know that. I just saw him tweet that. I'm like, well, why is he suddenly attacking him? Like,
exactly.
I clicked on Ariel's timeline. I didn't see any like, oh fuck, Tony Khan, he snorts cocaine, and then this happens or whatever. Like no, it like
goes back to that interview, doesn't it, 4 months ago? But Ariel literally, and then people are accusing him of being biased towards WWE. It's like, well, why didn't he ask Triple H about
Tony? That's you gave a bad interview.
Yeah.
The fact that you were like, oh, I need to go for a piss halfway through or whatever. It's like,
that's not professional, is it?
That's not professional. Granted, I do agree no one should hold their pee, and it's very important that you don't hold your pee.
No, yeah, true, but it was only like, an hour chat or something. You could have went toilet before it, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. And then the fact that you're so bad at giving interview, like answer questions like, oh, I can't comment on that. Like you didn't. Like I'm assuming, like, because from what I know about reporting is like, he will have like a list of questions where you're like, hey, these are like topics or things I want to talk to you about.
That's what I was going to get to. I don't think he has the list, or maybe he does now, because people are like, well, why didn't he ask Triple H about Vince? And it's like, well, they must have had that list. I was like, we're doing the interview, but you can't ask me about the allegations about Vince because, you know, I'm not here to talk about that.
There'd be some sort of legal between him and legal and whatever, like things
so
you
why
can and
didn't
cannot
Tony
mention.
have it and be like, I'm not going to talk about CM Punk? But clearly he didn't, because Ariel brought it up, so he didn't have any list whatsoever. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, but then whose fault's that? Because Ariel would have sent that list, so someone's not giving it to Tony, or Tony's got it, and his responses were, "Well, I can't talk about that." No, well, we're gonna see, you know, this stuff happening. You know what I mean? Like he didn't give a vague or non answer. I mean, he didn't try to sort of fucking stay the conversation to a topic that you can talk in depth about that would be interesting, create good content. I mean, or better yet, when he got the list, he went, "Actually, Ariel, don't talk about this because I'm telling you now, I've nothing to say on this matter. You know, before cameras are live. So that's what I'm going to say when the cameras go live. So it's not a good question to ask. You're not going to get good. You're not going to get good content.
Like a heads up or something like that. But no, I don't think there was any of that. I really don't think there was.
So it's like, who's the fraud there, really? Like, but it's still like, I'm just shocked that the attack comes out of nowhere from a viewer who isn't watching SmackDown. You know what I mean? For somebody who just logs up Twitter like the next day, sees this out of nowhere, no context.
But it makes it worse when you know, like, he was watching SmackDown.
I think it makes it worse without context.
If he did it without, say Ariel wasn't on SmackDown and he just tweeted this out, it would be much worse. I agree.
No, but I mean, like, it's just out of nowhere without context. It's like, oh, you're on SmackDown. I see. You won't come to my shows. You're a fraud, whatever. Like, no mention like that. You know what I mean? No connection. No, like semblance of like his thought process of why he thinks he's a fraud. Just you're a fraud, you know, whatever. And for me, because he threw Tony Stark, well, so many fucking Tonys and Adams and shit.
In this company, it's ridiculous.
Because he threw Schiavone under the bus. I thought, oh, is this a fucking shoot? Is this a Tony and Arian gonna have like a weird segment on Rampage or Revolution? Like, is that gonna be a thing that happens at like a press conference? Like, that's a stupid thing. It might be funny. I don't know. Like, is this a jab at the fact that, like, you know, Tony can't get an interview here? Is that, you know, is it gonna be some sort of connection for there? No, it's just a literal fucking shot at calling.
Yeah, and the fact that he hashtags AEW Rampage as well.
And it's the fact that Arian's like interviewed someone like. Not just wrestlers, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
fighters in
UFC
general.
world, yeah, he's massive in UFC.
You know what I mean? Like all that as well. It's kind of like, you know, to lay off the fucking powder, Tony.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, I have no evidence that he does that, but you know, that's the rumors.
I'm still waiting for his reply. Maybe that's what it's going to be tonight. He's going to come out with a mic.
He's going to reply and go, "I'm not a snowman."
Because, you know, the WWE mentioned it on commentary as well, didn't he, on the pay-per-view? Michael Cole was like, there's Ariel Helwani. He gives the best interviews even if you don't answer the questions or not.
Fucking fire.
Yeah, so I'm still waiting for Tony's response to that. I don't know what he's going to do, but, you know.
Oh, my God. I know what his response is going to be as well, but, well, you know, you were a good interview. And you was like, fucking jog on. Can't. Oh, this company, Jamie. If it weren't for the fact that we watch it as mates, I don't think I'd be interested.
No, same. Like, if you weren't doing this stream with me, I don't think I'd be doing it anymore. Because there's nothing, like, worth getting hyped for.
You know, I do like a good bitch and moan, but this is getting a little out of hand, though.
Yeah, it really is.
Because it was a glorious 4, 5, 6 months ago. All we were doing was sucking AEW's dick, praising AEW, calling it the best thing on TV. And like that, everything changes. I just
trying to see if there's anything new.
World is weird.
I still can't believe, like, how were they doing better in the pandemic than they are now? That don't make any sense to me.
Well, I think WWE was doing so bad previously.
Yeah.
And then they just went even worse during the pandemic because Vince didn't know what he was doing, and I think Tony had enough talent with Cody in that to have the energy to go, let's try and do something. Let's just keep the ball rolling. You know what I mean?
True.
and they had a good idea. Like, well, let's have the fans, and I think because they were probably then strict in the COVID stuff, that they had an idea of like what they were doing more. I don't know. That is a miracle on its own. That the fact they survived the pandemic.
True. But the fact that
'Cause I
Impact
thought
is
that-
still around, I don't think AEW is going to go out of business. It might lose its network deal and go to somewhere else, but I don't see it
Well,
going out of
that,
business.
like I said that during the pandemic. When if AEW survives the pandemic, then I don't think they're ever going to go down. But after seeing what I'm seeing, it's like, well, they're never going to grow, then, are they? Really?
No, they're never going to grow, and they're just going to lose audience. They're just going to keep going down and down.
Whether they lose audience or maintain one, and it becomes a matter of like, if this is a weekly show that at least gets 500,000 views, is that something a network company wants? You know what I mean? Like, if they're guaranteed like 100 million views forever, you know what I mean, in terms of like the lifespan. Because like with a TV series, the first couple of seasons may get you 1 million, but they start trickling down towards the end. That's when like the show eventually ends, and you have to like spend money building a new one. Whereas with AEW, it's that constant revenue. Like, well, we've got that constant thing. Not much.
And how much money they're going to lose on this video game? Because I don't think this video game is going to be a hit. It's just not going to be.
Mate, I am so like out of wrestling games, but I'm so interested to buy this game on like the biggest discount ever.
Oh yeah, 100% on a discount. No way for 60 quid.
Because I think I need to experience how bad this is so that we can talk about it properly.
Yeah, the mini games and all that, and the Clay mode that they've shown nothing about, no story mode they've shown.
I will get it on Switch just so I can see how bad it is there.
Oh
the
yeah,
ports are always
Jesus
bad on the
Christ.
Switch. You know what I mean? But I am excited to see how bad that is because it can't be good.
No, it's not going to be good. Not for the price point anyway.
Like, if it looks shit but it plays really well, I can probably give it a pass. You know what I mean?
But the fact they're barely showing anything, it's not going to run well, is it?
The fact what they've shown us, it looks like shit. Like, it looks like I said PS3, but I think like a mix between PS3 and Here Comes the Pain.
True. And Here Comes the Pain came out in 2004, so that was like what, nearly 20 years ago.
Yeah, and I get it. Like that's the idea. Like, we want to play these old like wrestling games. I'm like, okay, yeah, we'll go back to that. But like, are you innovating on that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. We don't want to play the exact same game.
Are you taking the path not taken when they were making the next game after Here Comes the Pain? You know what I mean? That wasn't. Are you doing the road that wasn't trampled by these people when it comes to this game to make it give it a better selling point?
Excuse will be when the game doesn't sell or it gets like reviews or like 6 out of 10 or something like that.
I think it did really well. It did exactly as we expected. That's what Tony says. Like, I think we were on track. He won't blame Kenny, but Kenny did a really good job. I think some elements we may have messed up on, but it's the first game. We're building up. Kenny did a really good job. Did I mention that Kenny did a really good job? Kenny's great.
Kenny, please don't leave.
Don't
leave me, Kenny. Everyone's
I hate
leaving.
you guys.
But yeah, let's one last time about this announcement tonight. Because if I was him, I'd probably start the show with it. Because apart from that, what else are people going to, keep watching for? You know what I mean? Unless you're like, the main event's going to be the announcement. Stay tuned.
Well, they have. If I was him, I'd announce when I'm going to do it. Oh, half of the show, I'm going to have my announcement. Because if you're going to watch at least half of the show to be like, well, I want to know what this announcement is.
Yeah. And then he comes out and it's just an ROH tournament or something like that.
Oh my god, it will be. I think it's going to be something ROH.
Tag titles or something like that.
It's called Collision. Like, that's what his trademark has. Maybe it's nothing to do with that. Maybe the trademark might come later on.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah. When was the trademark made? Like a few days ago? Is that too soon?
It might be too soon.
You know what I mean?
Maybe. Yeah, they might be two separate things. People just say that because of the time. And
yeah, but you know what Tony's like? It was way too soon to give the fucking the Gun Club the AEW titles. So he likes to rush things.
Yeah, he does. But I mean, I am glad they won it because I don't think they're gonna win it again. Not for a while.
I don't know. Like the build is staying strong. As long as the build stays strong, as long as they're very likable and very hateable and talented now. It's all about the story now. Like they've got
True.
the mic skills, they've got the ability to tell a story, and they've got the in-ring talent. But it's the outside factor of are they going to get it booked right?
Mhm.
Because that'll make or break any wrestler, no matter how good they are, if they got booked right.
Especially when people just disappear from TV for weeks and then that doesn't help
And
anyone.
suddenly come
really.
back like looking like fucking grandpa.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about, or is that it?
No, just everyone please, whatever you don't hold your pee. I'm a big advocate. I used to be.
Well, I need to
Okay.
pee right now, so I don't want to hold it.
I think Ziggy wants to pee as well.
Yeah, he wants to pee as well, don't you?
Yeah, alright, call it there then.
Alright. Enjoy Dynamite tonight, everyone. We're back next week, same time. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're new. Check out Dylan's social links down below. Until next week, peace out.